Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Geek Room. My name's Justin, also known as TK Storm. This is the first episode of a new series called Toy Time. Some of you guys know that I also do a periodic Joe stream with several of my friends. This one is not focused on Joe, though. This is the No Joe Toy Show, Toy Time, where I'm going to focus on all the other brands that I love. A little bit of pickups, a little bit of news, all things kind of related to those lines. And I'm sure those lines will change over time, just like my collection taste does. But yeah, anyway, pretty excited about this, something different, and looking forward to sharing it with you guys. I Shelves are a little bit of a mess right now. I have decided to purge my entire O-ring collection. Joe, Delta 17, Operation Recall, Reaction Plus, all of it, everything. Anything with an O-ring is going to the wayside. It's going to take some time because there's quite a bit of it between what's on the shelf and stuff that's packed up or in the closet or whatnot. But I'll be purging that, and that'll give me an opportunity to display a little bit more of my 112 collection. Plus, we've always got new stuff coming out, so looking forward to making space. All right. So anyway, let's since it is just me today, we will first episode all by myself. It's all right though. Looking forward to this again. A couple brands that I'm going to talk about on a more ongoing basis. I guess I'll move that so you can see the QR codes. Things brands I'm going to cover on an ongoing basis. Valaverse. Love their stuff, man. Everything that they're doing, not just Action Force. The black is great. The upcoming extras line is great. 1944 is going to be amazing. So just really digging what they're into right now. So he had a big display at DFW, and then a opportunity to talk and kind of show us what's coming the rest of 26 and all of 27. Obviously, we got some great stuff coming from Action Force and the Black, but we got to see the first official images of Splinter Cell Blacklist, as well as some really cool shots of the extras. And I think everybody's excited about the Action Force 1944. Um, I do want to say, guys, like Wave 6 of Action Force just came out not that long ago, and as well as a couple new black figures. You got the Black, you got Vane, you got the Corsairs. Don't sleep on these. Get them ordered. They're going fast. One of the Corsairs, I believe, is already sold out. Corsair A, I think it is, maybe Corsair B. Um, Looking forward to it. I ordered them all the day they went up, and my order is scheduled to arrive next Monday. So next week, I'll talk a little bit about those and kind of show those off for a little bit. Really looking forward to building out the garrison forces, and then of course, I mean the Black's just badass. But definitely order them now. Don't sleep on them. They're not going to sit around. This is not Hasbro. This stuff's not going to Ross. It's going to sell out, and it's going to sell out reasonably quick. Some of the other stuff that he showed off. I'm not going to go through. There was a ton of slides that Laser Pants showed off with Bobby Vala on the Saturday 3POA stream. So I'm not going to go into all of it. Just want to kind of cover some highlights of the stuff that really stood out to me. I think the extras brand is going to be amazing, especially for the kit bashers and customizers. I mean, you get the base figures, but then there's head packs and torso packs and leg packs, and I mean, gear packs. Just I'm looking forward to those head packs alone, just to have so I can kit bash my army builders into different characters. Right now, a lot of you guys know I've got Action Force Night Ops team that I've built out of several different gray and black and gray camo figures, but they all currently have like standard Action Force heads on them. I like to I'd like to diversify them a little bit and make them non-Action Force characters to support the Action Force team. I think that'll be cool. So really looking forward to the extras line. Splinter Cell, man, that Sam Fisher figure's tight. It's pretty cool. There's also a tan desert version. Both of them, I plan on picking up both of them. Of course, the black and gray will be Sam Fisher. The other one will become a part of the Action Force troops. But yeah, really cool. Glad to see that he's getting some more licensed stuff. We hadn't really seen anything licensed since the White Dragon. Um, and I think the toys did better than the movie because the movie still hasn't came out. It's supposed to come out in September, I understand. We'll see how it does, but those toys are long gone though. um, and then probably the most exciting reveal, a was Action Force 1944, but then within that line we get this amazing licensed Rocketeer, kind of a next step or an evolution for that character. Super cool that it's licensed. Um, can't wait to get him in the line and get him on the shelf. More importantly, it's really cool stuff. The other cool thing that really came out of the Action Force, I mean, there's a ton of cool stuff that came out of that. I would encourage you guys to definitely watch that, but that 3POA episode. But that Riptide, the boat, man, coming in sub $70, that's incredible, and it looks fantastic. So definitely gonna get those. Get that with a couple of those divers. I got a Dio in mind that I'm gonna do already. So anyway, uh, that's Valaverse for the week. Lots of cool stuff, and I think we'll continue to get official images and news kind of over the next several. But again, man, don't wait. Don't wait. Hey, Bobby, welcome to the stream. Rocketeer does look good, man. I think it's still coming. I think it's just been slow. But that one's not. I think that one's. It's obviously a different version. I think theirs was the Disney version that they had licensed. It's going to be cool to see it happen, though. It's a cool character. Almost makes me want to go watch the movie again. Next up, we're going to talk a little bit about Harvinger Studios. Man, I'm relatively new to this line. What's up, Nate? Good to see you, buddy. I'm relatively new to this Harbinger Studios line. Been working on it for a couple of months, but I bought one figure after seeing Rob on Yojo Jerk, and man, the line's just impressive. Like the construction of the figures is just amazing. I obviously, you know, with any Kickstarter or early company, there were some issues along the way that they had to overcome, but I think they have more than done that. I have one sitting here next to me. This is one of Varnox Unchained. I mean, I managed to get all of his gear on him in a reasonable way. I mean, this guy is a army by himself. He's just ready for the battlefield. Fantastic figure. I would say also that the engineering and construction is damn near unbreakable. Like what they've done with the elbows and the knees, and then the most amazing thing to me is the way they did their butterflies. With zero stress, you can get a figure to two hand a sword. It's just incredible to me. Kind of the big news here of the week, or really kind of the end of last week, was they had their in stock sale of the three newest figures, two of which were con exclusives, and that's Brynjar and Vale, and then the second is Naraka. I think both of those are still available on the site, or they were as of yesterday when I looked. Both great figures. I got to see those when I was at Toylanta. I didn't pick them up. Not sure why, but I did pick them up in the in stock sale. The big one though was Elric of Melnibone, and there's a lot of talk about this guy being figure of the year from a lot of different places. It is pretty special. It's a great character, Michael Moorcock character from a 70s book series that was really the father of modern fantasy. Multiverse came from Michael Moorcock. Um, the Targaryens from Game of Thrones are a 100% ripoff of Michael Moorcock. The Melnibonéans, they're all light skinned, albino haired dragon riders from an island. I mean, there's so much in modern fantasy that most people don't realize is a straight draw or homage to Michael Moorcock's Elric of Melniboné series. Highly recommend you read it if you haven't. Um, it's written in the 70s, so it's a little bit of a different writing style compared to the stuff we get today, but very interesting, especially when you realize that the concepts that he's playing with, while they kind of feel cliche or a bit of a trope today, he was literally the very first one to do any of that stuff. So it's really cool. So anyway, in that sale, I managed to get all three of them. So we got Naraka, the Undying. We got Brynjar Vale. Well, got a little bit of glare there. Sorry. We got Elric of Melniboné. I'm going to do a live review of this one. Probably not this evening. I'll probably do it tomorrow evening, but really looking forward to that. And the other cool thing that they did as a trial here recently at DFW and IshCon was they have these blind box Komodo dragons. They're 15 bucks a piece. There's 4 variations. It's just a test. They were very clear about it. Like there's not a plan to move to blind boxes or blind bags or anything, but these things sold out at both conventions, and within the first hour, all remaining stock on the website was sold out. I only picked up one. I'm not a blind bag guy, and I'm not going down that crack path. But I am going to open it live here on the stream today, and let's see which one we got. Um, any of them will look cool with the Lavarians on the shelf, but let us see. And we got the lava Komodo, which is the common, if I'm not mistaken. But again, it's kind of a translucent. He is articulated in the arms. Head moves around. You guys can't see that. Sorry about that. Head moves around. Tail is not articulated. So just the 4 limbs and the head moves a bit. But man, they look so good. They'll look awesome sitting up on the shelf with the Lemurians. I'll have to get some pictures out here shortly. Anyway, fun. There was also an albino one. I think that was the super rare. There was like a blue ice one to counteract the fire one, and I think the third one was just like a more of a brown. But yeah, that's it's so true, Bobby. You're right. He does. Another great movie. Uh, so these guys they're just a lot of fun. They originally came with the Harvinger Studios dungeon set that was just like stands and some kind of very basic dial pieces. And everybody liked it, so they thought they'd give this a shot. I like it. I hope they kind of keep it going with the small animals or small beasts or whatever. Anyway, there's other stuff on their site, other figures that are all amazing. They got a Who-Man, which is kind of an homage to He-Man. Personally, I think that Naraka figure is kind of an homage to Skeletor. These things are great. I cannot express the quality of these things. In fact, I watched Rob on a different stream. I think it was a Savage Crucible stream a couple weeks ago. Take the Naraka figure and totally bend the leg in half at the knee from ankle up to hip sideways, the way it's not supposed to go. And not only did it not snap, it immediately bounced right back into shape with no issue. And it was all because of a new kind of plastic that they're using in the joints to make them much more durable. The other thing, if you're not familiar with this line, that I will say is I definitely recommend heating them up. Not because when you get them, not because I think they're gonna break, but like they are super stiff coming out of, and it just makes them move a lot easier. Hit them with the heat gun, just a couple right at the joints for a couple seconds each, and they move super easy after that. But anyway, that's all we got to talk about Savage Crucible today. Very fun line, guys. I'm looking forward to see what else is coming. Also, here we'll have a Joe Fest exclusive announced in the next week or so to pick up while we're there. All right, come another adjacent line to all of this stuff is, or really a brand, is Big Bad Workshop. I mean, man, I've been all over this stuff lately. Monster Force last year, but I was really much more committed to the Crimson Moon stuff, which, interesting enough, was announced before the Monster Force stuff, or at least I pre-ordered it before the Monster Force was pre-ordered, but then didn't get it till after. But man, that Crimson Moon stuff's amazing. I got videos on that and photos on that, and I just love that line. They also hold probably the number one slot on the shelves right now with Dio activity. I'm constantly over there messing around with them, moving around stuff, having a good time with them. They're also fun for kit bashing customs with Action Force. The parts fit perfect. Yeah, exactly, man. That's the news of the week from Big Bad Workshop is Bullet Man and Blackjet. Now these are 118s. They're 4-inch modern construction, but man, they look sweet. And they have been doing quite a bit of crossover between their 4-inch and 6-inch lines. So hopefully these do well in the 4-inch, and we'll see a version of them hit the 6-inch selection, because I know a lot of the Monster Force stuff has been getting converted into in slight variations, but getting converted over to the 4-inch scale. So hopefully in their Eagle Force line. So hopefully we'll see some more of that, because I think both of these guys look really cool. I don't know if you guys did any of the Creo stuff back when the Creo line, the not Lego Legos were being released, but on the Joes there was a chase figure. I mean, all those figures were blind bagged, but back then you didn't have to be very technical to figure it out, because they back then they just had numbers on the backs, and you could look up on the internet what numbers were what bag and go get the figures. But one of the chase figures was Bullet Man in the Creo Lego line. It's pretty fun. And other than that, there's really not a whole lot of noise out of Big Bad Workshop this week. I think we're probably getting pretty close to Wave 3 of um, Operation Monster Force, which I think the big figure. I mean, there's several figures in there. I know the Cthulhu Priest is in there, but I think probably the one that most folks are looking forward to is the Dr. Rand, which can either be an homage to something from Johnny Quest, I believe, or more importantly, there's the alt head sculpt that is essentially Dr. Venom from the early Marvel run of the comics. So that'll definitely be one for the Joe shelves, or the Cobra shelves, really. All right, moving on. Ramen Toys, man. I don't know about you guys, but I've bought probably too much of his stuff over the last 6 months or so. I like it. Like it's not perfect. Like it's not. I wouldn't say it's premium. It's certainly. Uh, I am Bobby. I'm probably going to get two hows, because I definitely need one for the 13 OG 13 shelf, but I absolutely need a red how for the for Red Laser to sit in. Ah, yeah, there you go. Bin and Quest. There we go. So on this Ramen Toys stuff, I have, I got the ramen van last year, whatever the case may be, turned into a cold slither van. Again, it's not perfect. It looks cool. It looks fun. It's got presence on the shelf. There are some engineering things with it that are unique. I don't know if the magnets are really strong enough in it or whatnot, but they're still fun. I a lot of just like a lot of the folks from Joe Fest that are 112 fans, ordered the Hunter or some variation of the Hunter, because we know we're probably never going to get a Mobat in the classified line. Coincidentally, I forgot about mine, or I think I actually chose to not get it, and then he actually messaged me a couple weeks ago and said, "Hey, you got your deposit on this? Do you want it back, or do you want the tank?" So he let me pay the invoice, probably 6 months beyond, and shipped it to me the same day. So I got a hunter coming that I wasn't really expecting. Space wise, I have no idea where the hell I'm going to put it, but I do look forward to it for the OG13. But more importantly, I bought a Super Musk. That's on the water. It'll be here in the next few weeks. Super Musk is it's nearly 4 foot long subway diorama with a street scene above it. Um, Doing a Warhawk. Oh yeah, man. It's amazing. I've got a 4-inch Sergeant Savage Warhawk new in the box sealed. Um, I've always wanted to open it, but the fact that it's in the box and sealed, that's probably one of the few things I've got sealed. That would be cool though to definitely get, especially with the Action Force 1944 line coming. So the big thing with Ramen Toy right now in the news is his Knight Rider, licensed Knight Rider with Michael Knight. Recently went up for pre-order. 299 is an early bird. Lots of electronics in it. There's quite a bit of sound in it and stuff. It does not play the song. Um, so but man, this thing's cool. I don't know if I'm there. I don't know if I'm gonna pre-order on this one or not. I mean I like Knight Rider, but I just don't know what it doesn't really fit in anywhere on my shelf. I mean, if I had an A team set up and stuff like this, some other 80s stuff in 112, I might consider it. But I think there's a lot of people that are going to buy this and put it on the shelf because they got the Dukes of Hazzard car, and the Dukes of Hazzard figures are coming and stuff like that. But it's cool. It's cool to see it, and I'm glad they're doing it, and I'm actually really glad that it's licensed, because he does seem to put a little bit, not a knock, but he does seem to put a little bit more TLC in the stuff that he licenses, over the stuff that's kind of a little bit more generic. Yeah, there you go. I do wish that you could get the Michael Knight figure separately, which obviously it's vehicle locked for a reason, but I would definitely pick up a Michael Knight, just the figure, if it was an option. Anyway, and the last thing, this is kind of the last really branded line that I'm doing anything with right now, and that is Skeletron. I've got all of their 6-inch figures that have been released. In fact, most of the 6-inch figures that have been released, I have duplicates of because there's so many possible loadouts, especially with those Wolf Troopers, the pilot pack and stuff like that. But they did release an update here. I don't remember if it was late last week or early this week that 6-inch Skeletron has finally been approved for production. So we're still probably several months away, probably 6 months or so away from maybe getting it in hand. Are we back? Oh, are we back? Can you hear me? Cannot hear me. Yep, there we go. All right, now you can hear me. Glad you said something, Nate. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I don't know when my mic died. Hopefully not too far back, but I have reached the end. Didn't have a whole lot for today. It's I really want to keep this show like 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to do it on Wednesday nights just to talk about again the non-Joe brands that I'm passionate about. And plus anything else that I might see. Like I've been dabbling in oh, gotcha. Thanks, Nate. Died as I was talking about Skeletron. Fantastic. Charge headset before stream next time. I have also been dabbling a little bit in Boss Fight Studios, Epic Hacks line. Red Sonja is the only one I've picked up so far, but I did pre-order the Conan and the Elephant God 2 pack. Just a big Conan fan, just Robert E. Howard in general. I would buy any of his characters from just about any 112 brand. Um, but I'm really excited that Corey, Lenny, and Tony are over there now, and we still don't know exactly what they're going to be doing. I've heard that they're going to be involved in Epic Hacks, but then they were kind of did a funny pose in front of a Vitruvian Hacks poster, which is their 118 scale stuff, 4-inch modern stuff. Um, and then they've also got a lot of stuff coming out in their Immortal Champions right now, which is the companion line to old school He-Man, that 5.5 bubble muscle kind of figures. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on that one. Um, Novark's great. If you guys haven't picked up any of the Acid Rain Novark stuff, well, good luck at this point. But maybe they'll do some reissues. I was planning to be all in on that line, and they showed up, and my son took them. But so I can't get mad at him. He knows how badass they are. But so he's got them all sitting on his shelf. So I've been kind of watching that stuff. Um, all the fans hobby Joe adjacent type stuff they've done so far has been pretty good. I got the ATAC a couple weeks ago and had a blast with it for about a week or so. Um, so it's really all I got, guys. It's been about a half an hour. It's kind of where I wanted to be. uh, Appreciate you guys joining, listening in. Hopefully the audience will grow on this one as we continue to continue the story. But yeah, I appreciate you, and we'll end it there. Thanks.